So I am a Windows power user and I try my best to get my work done super fast with less friction as much as possible. So I'm going to show you my top 10 productivity apps I use in Windows to get my work done super fast. In this video, I'm going to show you what I think is the coolest productivity app ever, something that makes a multi-monitor setup crazy powerful, and something that is like a Swiss Army knife with a ton of tools in one app itself, and an app that can help you build shortcuts in any other app as well, and 2 bonus apps that actually come with physical products. Great thing about this list is most of these apps are actually free, and the 2 paid ones are super cheap one-time purchases. So let's get into the list, starting with my top pick, the coolest productivity app ever, Flow Launcher. This is Spotlight for Windows on steroids. It's actually a small text box that appears on our screen, and it lets you do a ton of things like launch apps, search files, which is actually the only way I search files. Or else it takes forever for me to navigate through folders to find something. And also you can use the calculator in Flow Launcher itself, which is so cool. I can't remember the last time I used a calculator app or even Google search. I never use my browser to search something anymore. I either use Perplexity on Flow Launcher or Google on Flow Launcher. Great thing about this is you don't have to lift a finger. You can do all this from your keyboard. It has so many plugins where you can directly talk to almost any AI tool as well, and even add tasks to apps like Todoist. It's very lightweight and crazy super fast. And at number 2, we have AutoHotkey. This one is seriously underrated. AutoHotkey is a free scripting tool that lets you create your own shortcuts, automations, scripts, and hotkeys for literally anything on your Windows machine. I run a 3D animation studio and I use it with Blender to switch tools or trigger actions instantly. And in Photoshop, I built scripts to automate layer handling and a lot of repetitive tasks. And also in Premiere Pro, I've set up macros that do 3 to 5 manual steps with just 1 keystroke. It's like building your own secret shortcuts for everything. You just have to set it up once and it saves hours every week. Like everything, there's a small learning curve, but today with Chatgpt, you can pretty much learn anything in a couple of hours. Once you get used to it, you'll never go back, trust me. And then we have PowerToys. When I said Swiss Army knife for Windows, this is what I was talking about. It's got a bunch of small tools packed into one app, but the kind of tools that could save you hours. The tools I mainly use are fancy zones. This is how I snap my windows into layouts across my triple monitor setup. I don't have to drag and resize anything. I just right click, drag, and everything just snaps into place. And then the color picker. I use this all the time when I'm working on design projects. Just hover any pixel on screen and you got the hex code copied. No more guessing brand colors or digging through layers. And also always on top. Sometimes I need a reference window pinned while I'm working on some design project. With one shortcut, that window stays above everything else. Super useful when you are working with some reference image or multitasking. And it also has mouse without borders. This one is kind of magic. I can control both my laptop and PC with the same mouse. I know I can use like a KVM tool to do this, but this is like very seamless. I can even drag files from one another like it's one machine. The best part about PowerToys is it just sits in the background quietly, making everything feel faster and smoother. Once you get used to it, it feels like Windows was holding you back all this time. It has many other tools, so make sure you check it out and see what works for you and leave a comment below. And then my favorite browser ever, Arc browser. This browser changed how I work completely. Folders in Arc keeps everything super organized, especially when I'm working on big projects. And then you have spaces. I've got separate spaces set up for my bigger clients and for some of my internal projects as well. So if I'm working on YouTube content, I just switch to my content space. Everything I need is already there. Same with client work, it's all separated and clean. I use the heck out of the spaces feature, plus it syncs beautifully across all my devices. So I can just jump between my desktop and my laptop, everything's right where I left it. Once you start using Arc this way, it's really hard to go back to anything else. And then you have Notion. I've been using Notion for almost 5 years now, and honestly, it's my main note-taking and planning app. It covers a lot of my life in one place and just keeps everything in sync perfectly. The fact that it seamlessly syncs across all my devices for free is one of the main reasons I still use it. Even though there are apps like Obsidian that I want to use so badly, but it gets tough without these features, and I hate subscriptions. I also run and plan my whole content business inside Notion. From scripts, content calendars to client projects, it all lives there. One of the things I really love is the customization. Over the years, I've created templates that fit exactly how I work. So now everything from brainstorming a new video to handing off tasks to my team is fast and organized. It's just so reliable, and I'm still finding new ways to use it even after like 5 years. And then we have Display Fusion. This one is a must-have if you're running a multi-monitor setup like I do. The main feature I use, and I use it a lot, is the Alt Tab handler. The problem with the default Alt Tab in Windows is it shows all open windows in your primary monitor, and it's so annoying on a multi-monitor setup. When you have so many apps open, you can't find which is which, and it takes a lot of energy out of me. Display Fusion takes switching between apps across different monitors super fast and clean. And then they have the custom taskbar feature. You can have a different taskbar across all your different monitors, and you can also pin different apps on your different taskbars. And it makes my workflow super easy and faster. It's all about speed for me, and Display Fusion gives me that edge. Only problem is it's actually a paid app, and you get a 30-day trial, so you can check it out yourself. It's around $35, but here's a tip. You can sometimes grab it on Steam for like $5 during a sale, and trust me, it's totally worth it if you're using a multi-monitor setup. And then we have TickTick. I love TickTick. This is hands down my most used app. I use the heck out of it every single day, and I honestly can't live without it. It's like my second brain. TickTick runs my whole life. It's got my calendar and my to-do list. I still use Apple reminders if I need a quick reminder, because the new AI-powered Siri is a bit better than before. The thing about TickTick is it has everything in one clean, simple app. That alone makes it super powerful for me. I don't have to switch between a task app and a calendar. It's just all there. It also has features like habit tracking and Pomodoro timers, which are cool, but I don't really use those. I've got a different app for habits for me. TickTick is all about planning my day and making sure I don't forget anything important, so that I don't actually have to keep it all in my head. And then we have Groupy 2. Groupy 2 is a simple app that lets you add tabs on any app. So you can group multiple apps together and switch between them like browser tabs. I use this a lot when I'm working across few tools at once. I know I have the Display Fusion Alt Tab feature to switch between apps, but for me, the visual indication of where everything is really helps me to stay focused and work faster. For me, it's all about speed, so you can also save groups of apps and open them all in just one click. And you can even color code tabs, which is super helpful for recognizing things at a glance. It makes things feel clean, simple, and fast. And that's all I actually care about. And then you have Freefilesync. This is a really powerful application for me. There are times when your PC crashes and you'd get a blue screen, or worst case scenario, you'd accidentally delete a file right before a deadline or something. And trust me, that happens. I don't have a fancy backup server or cloud storage setup. I know you can use a proper NAS or something like Google Drive or Dropbox for this. Honestly, this is a much cheaper option that works perfect for me. I've set up a couple of drives that sync automatically at a certain time every day. That way there's always a recent backup of all my important files. And the best part is you only have to set it up once, and after that it just runs in the background and takes care of everything on its own. It has saved me more than once, and if you're working with big files like video projects, 3D scenes, or any other client work, you really want to have something like this in place. I know you can use a cloud server or an NAS for this, but this is a much cheaper option. And then at number 10, we have Chatgpt. I use Chatgpt every single day. I run it with AllSpace, which basically gives me a floating AI assistant I can access at any time. Perfect for quick questions, ideas, or when I just want something fast. Sometimes I even run Perplexity right inside Flow Launcher for instant web searches. I hardly even use Google anymore. Unless I am really forced to, everything's just faster and more useful with these AI tools. On the Chatgpt app, I have multiple projects going on and a bunch of custom GPTs that I use for different parts of my workflow. writing, research, outlines. I even have a custom AI therapist. I played around a bit with the therapist, but I don't really use it much. It's not going to be the same as an actual therapist or a gym trainer, but it's just fun to use it now and then. Plus, it'll get much better in the future. And now the bonus apps that comes with a physical product. And at first, we have the Logitech MX Master 3. With the Options Plus software, this mouse has completely changed how I work. I've been using it for almost 5 years and there's literally no way I can function without it. I carry it with me everywhere I go. I use it for everything from tab switching, screenshots, closing tabs, switching between desktops, even like editing in Premiere Pro, Blender or Photoshop. It's really smooth and customizable and just makes everything super fast. This mouse has like 6 buttons and each button has like 5 functionalities, and I use the heck out of all these buttons. And then you have the Stream Deck. I mainly use this when I'm doing very specific tasks like during meetings and when I'm deeply editing in Premiere Pro, DaVinci, Photoshop or Blender. I don't use it as much in its default state, but I've got it customized with shortcuts and macros that save me tons of time. I honestly can't imagine not having it right now. It just makes these focused workflows way easier. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to create videos on these tools as well. So that's it for this video. I hope you found something useful. Hit the like button and subscribe for this channel for more videos like this.